Now that we understand a little bit more about the member pool and the member pool matrix, let's talk about the kind of course, income that's available with the 3x12 member pool matrix, because that's the part that I think is really, really probably most exciting. Because as you enroll members and members enroll members and other members actually enroll members, this is one of those team builds. So everybody, and this is why getting positioned soon, because if you're positioned right now in the matrix, what happens is that everybody after you that enrolls goes after you in the matrix. That's significant. So it's timing. And what we're doing for our founding members is we're compressing that during the founding period, which basically means, and that may sound really complicated, but it basically means that you're going to maximize your income potential because we'll fill it up. It's a force matrix. So if you look at this, these are the rank tiers. When you qualify at Circle, the earnings for the matrix is $500. And what we do is a 90-10 split. 90% is your earnings cap at $450. 50%, or not 50%, 10% in the beginning is actually the giving portion. So you start right in the beginning, something small, 10%, $50. That's going towards, of course, that giving contribution. This is some of the stuff that Rusty was talking about. But what happens as you advance? As you advance to tribe, it unlocks an 8th level at 7% now, not 3%. 5,000 in earnings cap in the matrix, an 80-20 split, 80% for the ambassador bonus cap, 20% now. So we're increasing it a little bit because you're earning more. So you have more abundance. Now you can give more, which is great. You'll be able to, of course, now steward that, giving 20% at $1,000. So now imagine being qualified at tribe and being able to give $1,000 a month. When you qualify at nation, we unlock a 9th and a 10th level. We 10x your earning potential in the matrix to $50,000 with a 70-30 split, 70% at $35,000, 30% at $15,000. So imagine giving $15,000 a month. What would be the charity? Question I'd ask you that you would actually want to contribute that to. Of course, we're going to be allowing our leaders to help steward that income in the future. More information on that. And then as you advance to Empire, we 10x that earnings potential in the matrix. One more time, 12% on 11th and 12th level at 500,000. Okay, 50-50 split now. Okay, 250,000 in earnings, but imagine being able to every week, every month, know that you're contributing 250,000 towards the earnings cap. Very exciting. This I can't wait to have our empires and have that experience of not only earning themselves, but from the abundance being able to give in a significant way. So let's move on to the game plan. We know that the matrix is significant, that you can earn some significant income from the matrix. Now, what's the path to abundance? You want to think of it very simple. This is kind of the rank tiers. We have you creating your circle, which essentially means that you have 3 ambassadors. If somebody's wondering, okay, first thing I'm going to do is start to create my circle. And what that is find 3 qualified ambassadors, which is somebody that has 3 members, and now you're a circle. Okay, we'll talk about power circle. Next thing that you want to do is unite a tribe. What is uniting a tribe? It's having 3 circles that are qualified. Then you want to develop a nation. How you do that is you build 3 tribes, and then you want to become an empire by actually introducing 3 nations, helping to develop 3 nations. Now, they don't have to be direct to you, just 3 lines of it. That is the path. So it's really, really a simple comp plan. These are the 4 ranking tiers, and that's the path, right? Once you get to empire, you see that starts to unlock all that significant income potential. Now, there's 3 core ways that you earn on a weekly basis. Our commission structure is weekly. So one of the ways is members. Of course, introducing member customers who purchase from you, you'll be able to earn a member commission starting at 10%. So everybody that enrolled as a new ambassador, you're going to earn 10% immediately on your members. And as you advance to circle, now you're at 20. As you advance to tribe, you jump to 40. So I like to tell everybody that's a sweet spot in the compensation structure, because imagine now this is 40% of commissionable volume. One thing I want to make sure everybody's clear and understand is that commissionable volume is it's not dollar, it's different. And the reason we do commissionable volume on every product and every package, and you can see that on the package, is because it's a universal currency. Many of you know we're going to be going into the Philippines soon. We're working on the pre-launch of the Philippines. So 100 CV in the United States is 100 CV in the Philippines. So it's a universal currency and it allows us to build a compensation structure. That's why we use commissionable volume. So if you're trying to understand your percentage, you look at the commissionable volume of the package or the product, and that will tell you what that percentage is. Hopefully that makes sense. And of course, as you advance the nation, it's 45%. As you advance the empire, it is now 50%. Now, if you understand member commission, you'll easily understand team commission. But before I move on to team commission, I also want to explain to you another benefit of being an ambassador, which is that you also get a rebate on your own personal purchases. So one of the things I love about our model and our compensation plan and our strategy, it's very simple. A lot of times I've seen companies that have all these different pricing tiers and it gets kind of complicated over time. What we've done is we've created a one pricing, streamlined, simple model. So it's the pricing is the same, but if you're an ambassador, you're actually getting a rebate. So let's say you're qualified circle and you place an order and that order has 1,000 CV in it. Well, you're qualified circle at 20%. So that means you actually are going to get a 20%, a 20% rebate that's going to be coming back to you just for making that purchase. So then you think about being a tribe, right? Now, when you're qualified at tribe, you get a 40%. You'd actually get 400 back out of that $1,000 purchase. So that's something really important to understand about the member commission program, both a rebate and then also, of course, an actual a commission bonus for signing up new members. Okay. So with that being said, now think about your team commission side. Now, many of you are talking about building a team, and I love building teams because I once heard from my mentor who kind of introduced me and taught me in this business. He said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts rather than 100% of my own. J. Paul Getty said that, probably one of the wealthiest men in history. That's the thinking of entrepreneurs, of successful people. So going out there and building a team is creating leverage. That's how you have true financial independence. So you can build a team. And I like to think of it, it's not about just building a team underneath you. The way you build a team is you help to create success, which is all in our compensation structure. You look at it, the only way that you move up is you help other people move up. By helping other people, create success, that's how you're going to create success in your business. So how to understand team commission is simply to understand the differential. Okay. Now I know that word sometimes, what's a differential? You look at where you're at. So let's say you are currently qualified at a tribe level. Now remember, the tribe level is a 40%. Okay. Now let's say that you have a new ambassador and that ambassador gets started. That ambassador is at 10%. So you're at 40%, they're at 10%. The differential is your commission and team commission. When that order is placed, let's say that ambassador places an $1,000 order and you're at 40% or 1,000 commissionable volume order, you're at 40%, you get 30% of that. So you make $300. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. As you advance, 45%, 50%. So the higher you are in the compensation structure and the differential between brand new ambassadors. So imagine you're at Nation at 45%. You have an ambassador getting started and they place an order or they have customers going, you're making a 35% override. That's significant. If you've ever actually worked in maybe a binary or some of these other compensation plans, a lot of times it's 5%, 10%. Imagine that you can make 30%, right? 20% override. If you're a tribe, here's an example, kind of quick hypothetical. Imagine that you went out there and you built yourself to tribe. And over time, you created 12 circles. And those 12 circles are producing about 2,000 a month in volume sales, in commissionable volume sales. Well, if you do the math, that's a 20% override. Why? 40% at tribe, 20% at circle. The difference is 20%. So you actually get a 20% override on that, or $4,800 in a monthly team override. So that's in addition to your personal sales. That's just from actually going out there and building a team of circles. So hopefully you can see the power of this income potential. Now, what about when somebody gets to your same level though, right? What about when you're at 40% and they're at 40%? Well, does that mean that you don't earn income on it? That's actually the power of our commission structure, is that you actually earn up to 20% match on up to 12 generations. And let me explain to you how that works, because when you understand that, this is probably one of my favorite parts of the comp plan, because imagine going out there and building a team of leaders, a whole bunch of tribes, a whole bunch of nations, a whole bunch of empires. What if you actually have somebody that passes you up? Can you earn income on them? Yes, because of leadership match. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say you were a nation and you had somebody on your first generation who was a tribe. Okay. You're actually getting a first generation match of 20% on that. And so that if they, let's say they went out there and they earned $2,000 in the month or the week or whatever, 20% of that would be $400 to you just from that one tribe. Now the next level, let's say that was an ambassador. Well, they're not qualified circle. So that means that you're actually not, that they're not counting as one of your generations, because what we're doing is we're actually compressing it. It's called compression. So we're going to find the leaders in your team. The second generation you have a circle, that circle earns $1,000 in the month. 10% of that on that second generation would be $100 to you. But let's say, think about this. You're a nation, you have an empire underneath you and your team. That empire is a third generation. You're getting a 10% match on that. And let's say they earn $20,000 in the month. At 10%, you would earn $2,000. They're above you in the compensation structure. You're a nation, they're an empire. And you're still able to get a check match on that. I've talked to some actually professionals in the industry. When they hear that, they're so excited, because that normally is not the case. So it's really significant. You're able to check match on somebody one tier above you. Okay. Now, if you're a tribe, you can check match on nations, not empires. So you need to get up there, but you're able to check match on a generation that's one tier above you in the compensation structure. So how this works is, as you advance through the tiers, circle, tribe, nation, empire, you'll continue to unlock more generations. And if you want to understand that, what you want to do is you want to look at the compensation plan. We have a compensation plan posted in the website, and you'll see that there's lots of ranks. There's more than just circle, tribe, nation, and empire. Because what we do is we actually have a ranks: circle 20, 25, tribe 35, tribe 50, tribe 100, tribe 150. And what this is doing is this is looking at the number of members that you have in your team. And what happens is, as you hit each one of these ranks, we're unlocking another generation. And so every time you hit a rank, you're unlocking another generation of pay in your entire team, another generation of match. So just imagine, as we build a whole team of leadership, this is going to be, I believe, the most significant income that most people will earn will come from the leadership match element of our compensation structure. And so, of course, we have those three core. Those are paid weekly. And then we have our founding member pool, where you can earn up to $500,000. And the matrix cap is the earnings, of course. And then there's the giving split, which we talked about earlier. I'm not going to rehash that again. But as you see, powerful compensation. Now, here's what's really powerful. Some of you guys have heard of a matrix before, but a lot of times what happens in matrix is you only earn on the monthly subscription. There's some other companies out there that have something similar. They don't have a 3x matrix, but they only earn on the subscriptions. You know what's really powerful about our compensation structure? You not only earn a residual monthly bonus on the subscriptions, but you also earn on the volume of all the sales. Like, think about the power of that, being able to earn weekly on all the volume of sales that are happening from your customers. Now, think about it. Every month, what are your customer members going to get? They're going to get an email from us that says you have $20 in credit. Now, what happens when you're selling, or you get an email from a store and they say you have $20 to buy? What do? How many of you go and you go shop? You go to the e-commerce. So what we're going to do, this system, it's designed to sell for you. It's designed to market for you. We're also going to be doing flash sales on a regular basis. You're going to talk. See, this is what gets me excited about our entire strategy, is the fact that we have, we'll have sales, sure. But instead of having two monthly sales, how many of us in a business, we know it's like when you go to the retail store, you go to Nordstrom's, you go to Bloomie's, what do you see? There's a sale. Right? Why is there a sale? Because it's going to get you to buy. And when they get you to buy, you're going to go buy some more things that are not on sale, right? Isn't that kind of part of how the whole merchandising strategy works? Well, we're employing that in your business in a whole nother level. And that's going to be built in the whole program. So I truly believe that this is going to be an abundance program that breaks all records. And we're going to create a significant amount of income through this plan. I'm fired up and I'm excited. I know many of the leadership is as well. But I want to get off the stage for a second.